What's up guys, Riley here from RP Productions, and today is the day most of you have been waiting for. Today I've finally got my hands on a 2015 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack with the 6.4 liter Hemi engine. So this is going to be a pretty fun one, so let's get started. Alright guys, so as many of you know, my top two choices for my next vehicle are going to be between this car right here and a 2016 Camaro SS. Now both of them, I've made a comparison video of both. That was pre-drive. I'll make another one after I drive both vehicles, but today I'll knock out one of those. So let's talk about the Challenger. So coming up to the front, I mean, super aggressive look. These, the running lights, the headlights, the way they have everything set up from the front, just looks incredibly mean. The hood with the two vents looking real nice. The guy who owns this car actually painted the black, or he painted the grille black at his local dealership. It said it cost him $100. So it made me start thinking, normally you can only get that black in the appearance package, but if you can just pay $100 and get that done at the factory, I don't know why you would do that, or wouldn't do that. But excuse the wind, but it's coming around to the side, you know, coming around with these 20-inch lightweight wheels. These are so freaking cool. These are the wheels that I would get on mine if I were to go the route of getting a Scat Pack. And peeking through back there are the Brembo brakes, which has slotted rotors. So, you know, extremely nice. You got that 6.4 liter B badge over here to tell people that, you know, your car has more power than theirs. He also did an aftermarket black fuel door cap, which I would do as well. Cost him another $100. Quick little install. That's another thing that would come with the appearance package, but really there's no point in getting the appearance package to me anymore. If you can spend $200 on getting those two mods done, versus, like, I can't remember the exact price. It's like $1,500 for the appearance package. So, you know, he has his car set up exactly like I would have mine, aside from the main color. I'd like to go with B5 blue or one of the reds. So coming around to the back, you know, he has the nice dual exhaust, which sounds incredibly good. So I'll throw an exhaust clip right here. And then the taillights, which Dodge made a huge improvement on the taillights versus the older body style. Those look incredibly nice. So coming around to the other side, pretty much the same thing. One thing I guess I didn't mention is this front little lip up here. You notice it a lot more in person than you do on pictures and the camera. It looks really nice up there. So, you know, overall, this car just looks incredibly mean. This is one of probably the final true muscle cars coming from the factory with a 6.4 liter naturally aspirated engine, 485 horsepower. I mean, that's just incredible. We're living in a time where most companies are switching over to doing, you know, 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder turbo setups. So having something with this much power, being naturally aspirated, power is instantly there when you step on the gas. I mean, that is just extremely cool. And definitely, you know, one reason why I would pick the Challenger over the Camaro is, you know, this is a true muscle car. All right guys, so before we get to the actual driving portion, I just wanted to go ahead and show off this beast of an engine, 6.4 liters, powered by SRT. I mean, this engine is just incredibly badass. I mean, you're looking at 0 to 60 times of about 4.2 seconds and quarter mile times in the mid to low 12s, depending on, you know, conditions and everything. But this engine is a true beast, and sadly enough, this is probably going to be the last, if not one of the last, true naturally aspirated big V8 in a muscle car. So, you know, that right there is the reason you would buy one of these, for this right here. Alright guys, so before we get to the nice test drive, I want to go ahead and see if I fit in this back seat. So that's one advantage this could possibly have over the Camaro, is a usable back seat, which is, you know, that's a nice thing to have. So we're going to pull this back, slide it back into place. So this is a prime seating position. I still have a little bit of leg room. My head is not touching the ceiling, surprisingly, although it's very close. I'm 5'11", and I actually fit back here just fine. I wouldn't mind at all taking a back seat ride in this car. They give you a nice little leather rest over here. That's incredibly nice. You got a speaker. You do not have any type of phone charger or anything in the center console, which is not that big of a deal. But you know, the back seat, it's actually pretty comfortable. I pull this down, you got cup holders. I mean, it's not bad at all. I'm actually very surprised. I thought this would be a tight fit, but you know, I'm plenty comfortable. And then as you can see up here, the seat is, you know, it's pretty much in a normal seating position when you compare it to the other one. It's just slightly up. You know, when you have an actual person sitting there, they can adjust it how they like. But you know, a lot more room than I thought there was going to be. You know, pretty impressive. So let's take a look at the other interior features. All right, guys, so let's hop in the driver's seat and take a look at all the gadgets and cool things that we can find. So first off, the steering wheel, nice leather wrapped, has nice little notches up here at 10 and 2. Not a flat bottom, which the Camaro has, which is kind of cool, but you know, this is a round steering wheel. What do you expect? Dodge logo looks way better on these compared to my current 2014 Charger. The gauges looking very, very nice. You know, you have your speedometer, you have all kinds of vehicle info you can go choose, performance timers, fuel economy. I mean, all this stuff, extremely nice. You can see your audio stuff, messages. The washer fluid is apparently low. You know, screen setup, so you can change what displays on the top left and top right of the screen. So you know, very, very nice. So now we're gonna hop over to the center, and let's see if we can set up or take a look at the performance apps. So we're gonna go Dodge Performance Control. There's Launch Control. We can go over here to Performance Pages. And as this loads, take a look at all this stuff down here. You have a sport mode, a super track pack mode, all this stuff. This one's equipped with the 8-speed auto, which, you know, you can sit here and put it in drive, and then also knock it over and put it in manual mode and shift it that way. Then you also have paddle shifters up here that you can use as well. So they give you the option. The nice performance pages, you know, you have your timers right here, which you can set up. You know, you have all your different gauges: coolant, oil pressure, battery voltage, intake temp, trans temp. You know, I'd actually be curious to see if a cold air intake makes a difference on the intake air temp. That'd be kind of a cool test if I got the car. You know, you have all your G-forces. You go here and look at the engine horsepower and torque that's being used. I mean, it's, you know, it's very sensitive, and it shows you, you know, exactly what you're doing when you're getting on the car, and that's so cool. You know, really nice layout. 2 cup holders, which are kind of out of the way if you opt in for the manual. I feel like it'd still be in the way a little bit, but maybe if you had a drink in this outer one, it'd be okay. You know, nice leather center console. The dash reminds me of my car a lot, but you can definitely tell it's way more driver oriented. Everything is slanted at me. I feel like, you know, I wouldn't necessarily call it a cockpit, but it's very focused on the driver, and it's very performance oriented. And I really like the way this seating position is and the way the car treats the driver. So guys, let's go ahead, take it for a little drive. All right guys, so the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's take out the Scat Pack for a little road test. So shifter is pretty simple to use. You just push your finger in, put it down in drive, and away we go. So first thing you'll notice when driving the new 2015 or 2016 Scat Packs is that the car just feels very, very wide. And I mean, I'm coming from a wide car myself, but you know, just the way they have this one laid out, it's just, you know, a very wide and planted car. So you're definitely very aware of your road presence when you first hop in. Second thing I'm noticing is that the gas pedal is extremely sensitive, along with the brakes. I mean, they're Brembo brakes. They're pretty much top of the line brakes, aside from the SRT and the Hellcat. But I mean, pretty much anything with a Brembo logo on it, you know it's going to be a good brake. You know, it's very funny how sensitive this gas pedal is. And a lot of people, you know, like to say, oh, the Scat Pack and the Hellcat and everything, they're just too heavy. They don't have any power, whatever people want to say about these cars. You know, I'd have to definitely disagree with them, especially after hopping in and driving one. Just this very short distance, it's very very noticeable how sensitive and how easy this car is to actually get going. So get out on a little road now and see how it drives. All All right, so right off the bat, noticing, you know, not very much road noise. It's a really good cruiser. You know, the car, it feels, I mean, pretty much exactly like I was expecting it to, which is a good thing because I had very high expectations for this car. And, you know, it feels really nice. All right, guys, so the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's see how the power is. We'll do a second gear. Oh, man. Oh, this car is stupid fast. Okay, so definitely feels like a lot more power than my current Charger. Damn. So, you know, that wasn't even sitting here. I was in, everything was normal settings. That wasn't sport mode, wasn't paddle shifting to hold the gears a little bit longer. That was just leaving everything completely normal. And god dang, it really builds power and speed quick. It's very surprising how fast those numbers jump up there. So let's see if we can, let's see about these paddles. We'll do a second gear from 30. It climbs so fast. Oh man, the 8-speed transmission in this thing is absolutely what the new Chargers and Challengers needed. That was a great move on Dodge's part. So you know, the shifts are absolutely flawless on it. The car pretty much handles, you know, like you'd expect. It's definitely a big car. You definitely feel its weight. You know, by no means I wouldn't call this car like, you know, an agile sports car or anything, but you know, you definitely notice that this car has a ton of power and is plenty to get yourself into a lot of trouble with very, very quickly. So let's see, can I go into third right here? I can. Woo, guys, this is not going to be an easy decision making this car choice. This is, I mean, honestly, I had really high expectations for this car, and I think that it totally met and exceeded every one of them that I had set. It's a really, really nice car. And to everyone that has not driven one, you know, I would definitely say go out there and drive one. The only bad thing about that is that Dodge dealerships are very picky about who they let drive. I mean, pretty much if you walk in there and say, I want to buy this car right now, then they'll be like, okay, we'll let you drive it. But if you walk in there and you're just like, you know, I'd like to test drive it, which I've tried several times, they have not been too, they haven't really wanted to just be like, okay, here's our 485 horsepower Challenger, go take it for a test drive and just see if you like it. So huge shout out to the owner for letting me use his car. I have a link in the description where you can go follow his Instagram, where he's gonna have all kinds of badass pictures of his car. You know, really nice guy. Really, really appreciate him for letting me do this. This has definitely opened up my eyes to just how good these cars really are. There's a lot of press on them saying how good they are, and everybody talks about, you know, get a Scat Pack because it's, you know, muscle car, and that's exactly how I feel. You know, I feel badass driving this. I feel, you know, you just feel American when you're driving this car, and that's exactly what I'm looking for in a vehicle. And so, you know, I haven't driven the new Camaro yet, and I'm sure that's going to be a great car as well. So, you know, I should be driving one of those very, very soon. Then I can compare the two. But man, this Scat Pack it's something else. You know, like I said, this choice is not going to be easy. I'm really happy in this car, and I feel right at home sitting in this car. It feels like it fits me very well. The visibility out the back window, one thing I didn't mention, visibility out the back window, extremely good. You can see everything behind you perfectly fine, no worries there. You know, if you have the mirrors adjusted properly, blind spots shouldn't be an issue, but you know, when you're backing out of parking spots and stuff, that's going to be something you look for. So when you look back here, you know, it's there, but for, you know, everyday driving, I really don't think it would be too big of a deal. Looking over here at the left, they have this little side window. You know, it's plenty of visibility, honestly. The visibility at the front and out the sides, both extremely nice. I mean, what can I say, guys? It's a really, really good setup and a really nice car. So look forward to the review with the new Camaro, which will be coming out very shortly. But man, this is something else. This is a day that I will not forget, taking out this car for the first time. It is something else. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Have a good one. Take it easy. I mean, I'll be honest, man, it's better than I expected it to be. I mean, I knew it'd be fast, I knew it would handle well, but just the way it goes about doing it, it does it really, really well. And it's very, it's a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be. Like, everything about it, the shifting, the way the power comes on, just the whole entire driving dynamics of the car. It's like, it's a little bit better than I was expecting pretty much every way. And that's pretty incredible, because I had really high expectations for it, and it definitely met them and exceeded a bunch of them.